Hi, it's Chris with Implied Music. Yesterday we looked at string writing for a song that I'm assisting in producing. That really means arranging parts. Well, I did a bunch of synth parts for it, but one thing I was curious was how can I support the vocal with great string writing? I used Logic Studio Strings, and we looked at the verse and the chorus. Let's look at the bridge today. Okay, I want to get right into it. If you haven't seen part one, whichever side I'm supposed to be pointing to here, but let's just play the verse and the chorus. We'll look at the string parts. Now, I'm going to remind you that this string part has things articulated out. We're using studio strings articulations to get spiccato, pizzicato, sustains, tremolo, little scoops. We'll use more of that in the bridge, but let's listen to the verse, pre-chorus, and chorus. You can skip ahead to the next chapter if you watched yesterday.
In the daytime, she only sees the light and the new growth of flowers in the air. Calmly swaying, she walks into the night, but the voice is creeping from somewhere. Then for reasons unknown, when she's sitting home alone, she goes dark sometimes. I don't know where she goes. She goes dark sometimes. Deep down the rabbit hole, she goes dark sometimes. I know it's nothing new. She goes dark sometimes. And I wonder what she'll do. And I wonder if there's anything that I can do. No.
That's Queen Chameleon singing. The song is written by and originally produced by DJ Trotsky. Let's go to the bridge. Typically in a pop song, the bridge will be an opportunity for a different perspective on the character, the situation, the lyric, and it's an opportunity for us as arrangers to dig in a little bit deeper. Things that can happen in arrangements in the bridges include the bass might drop out or the drums change radically. It's a different world. It typically just 8 bars. It'll only happen once usually in a pop song. Let's play the whole bridge, and then we'll pick it apart a little bit.
Maybe it's just a matter of time or a phase she's going through. But I see her soft light flicker in the dark. Hope she remembers which part is true. And I wonder, is there anything I can do? And I don't know if there's anything I can do. Dark sometimes.
And we're back into the chorus. I'm going to suggest we examine this string part in layers. The first thing I wanted to do was create a rhythm. And so I've got a bass line, which is a spiccato, and then a kind of, I guess we just would have to call it a viola part, filling out the rest of the chord. Listen to the vocal and that rhythm part in the lower strings.
Maybe it's just a matter of time or a phase she's going through. But I see her soft light flicker in the dark. Hope she remembers which part is true.
It's a simple rhythm, a lot of tense. And here I want to propel a little bit more.
If there's anything I can do. Dark sometimes.
The violin is what makes this part really interesting. And this is where I've used a lot of articulation tricks from studio strings. Let's listen to just the vocal and the violins.
Maybe it's just a matter of time or a phase she's going through. But I see her soft light flicker in the dark. Hope she remembers which part is true. And I wonder, is there anything I can do? And I don't know if there's anything I can do. Dark song.
I'm using articulations carefully. The initial quick run is a bunch of sustains, and then there's a fall off, and I actually used the quick fall there, right? It's a nice effect. And I use a trill as well at the top of this run. That quick trill sounds like a turn. It really emphasizes the beginning of that run, and it draws the listener's attention to it in a powerful way. Let's go on.
But I see her soft light flicker in the dark.
I see her soft light flicker in the dark. Did you hear the flickering?
But I see her soft light flicker in the dark. Hope she remembers which part is true.
Up at the top here, that's a tremolo, and it's that sort of bell effect where you sustain one note and add chords underneath. More color.
And I wonder, is there anything?
For this trilling section, there are long sustain tones in tremolos, and then this set of trills, which I sort of carefully builds, as you can see it gradually escalates up, I just used a trick. You can see it here. I just used the velocity draw trick to make it get gradually louder and louder and louder. It's effective, right? And of course, we're building to the chorus, so we want that energy, don't we? We talked in yesterday's video about how often to double the vocal and how trying to double the vocal exactly is often a mistake. But I've picked out a few phrases here to emphasize with the violin part. And right away, the very first phrase I do. Otherwise, I'm kind of looking for what we call essential tones in the melody. Well, there it is. Let's listen to the whole thing again.
Ooh, maybe it's just a matter of time or a phase she's going through. But I see her soft light flicker in the dark. Hope she remembers which part is true. And I wonder, is there anything I can do? And I don't know if there's anything I can do. Dark sometimes.
Well, I hope this has been useful. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell, you'll know when I do a new video. It's Women's History Month, so I'm picking up some of my favorite composers and teachers from history. I think the next person I want to look at is the great French performer and teacher and sometime composer, Nadia Boulanger. That's a deep dive, and it's taken a while to prepare that. She's a very interesting character. Well, meanwhile, I'll see you next time.
And I wonder, is there anything I can do? And I don't know if there's anything I can do.